Good morning. Good morning. I'm actually hopping on my iPad right now so I can answer or talk to whoever may be out there. I'm adjusting my camera right now. Not sure if there's anybody out there, but let me get my iPad going here so I can see and open up my screen here and see what's going on. Good morning, if anyone is out there. I'm just adjusting my screen. It's Sunday. Good morning. Oh my gosh. Okay, so we already have somebody. Let me just take a look. My cord is not long enough. So let me back up a little bit here. The reason why I'm going to be looking down is because I have my iPad here because it's so hard for me to be able to see when the comments come up on my camera. It's really difficult. So this way, if I look at my iPad and I'm looking down, I can actually see the comments better and make a comment right back to you. Okay, so let me see here. Well, of course, here comes Miss Kalulu, wouldn't you know? Alrighty, so basically, love of mine, good morning. Hi, how are you? It's Sunday. We have Ellen. Ellen, good morning. Hi, honey, how are you? Mom, hi, Mom. Good morning, Mom. How are you? JD, good morning. Norma, Allie. Wow, you guys are all awake. Oh my gosh. Jenny, hi, Jenny. Stacy, good morning, Stacy. Hi, Faye. Hello, my dear. Allie, hi from Boston. Boston. Heather. Yes, I do have that shirt on that I showed in my video. I thought to myself, you know what? I'm just going to wear it today. And I still can't figure out what this flap is for. I have no idea, but I decided to put it on anyways. Thanks for paying attention. You noticed. Christina. Hi, Christina. How are you? And there she is, Miss Kalulu, live and in person. And she's going to just sleep is what she's going to do. So what's everyone doing today? I don't really do this very often, to be very honest with you. I've been trying to kind of step out of the box a little bit. Hi, Elizabeth. Good morning. And I guess be out there a little bit more. As most of you know that, I do struggle. Thank you. I do struggle with lots of things in my life. And I guess so chatting with me I do have my cup of coffee right here. And I just have a lot of you that show concern for my health, and that means the world to me, because everyone has health issues going on. And I am not the only one. And trust me, with all of my subscribers, my family members, which I call all of you, have things going on in your world and in your lives too. And when you reach out to me on an individualized way, and now I'm probably going to get all mushy and lose my train of thought because now I'm live, and now I feel that we're all sitting down in a room together and you're all there at a table, like not the view, but I mean, you know how girls, we just sometimes like to sit and talk, it's not that we don't want the guys around or anything like that. I mean, they can be a pain in the ass sometimes and we can be a pain in the ass sometimes. But sometimes you just want another woman to reach out to. Someone who knows what it feels like to have a baby, knows what it feels like to have PMS, knows what it's like to go through the change. Just these simple things that sometimes you don't have someone to talk to about that stuff. In my case, I'm living in a state with 0 family members. Kalua, my family, I have acquaintances and, friends, but not friends like from back home friends. I go back home to Chicago and I literally land in O'Hare Airport. I can be home in 15 minutes. And I stop at the grocery store on the way home, and literally at least three people will be like, oh my God, Beth, where have you been? It's just that kind of place. Let me just check what we got going on here. Brooklyn, Louise, good morning. It's cold. It's cold. I'm not sure how cold it is by you, but it's cold. Stacy, thank you. I appreciate it, honey. And of course, Jenny, yes, in Georgia. Oh, I look so pretty. Thank you so much. You know, I don't handle compliments very well. I never have my entire life. I'm kind of like I've always been camera shy my whole life. So there's like not a lot of pictures of me growing up because anytime someone would get a camera out, I was like, gone. You couldn't find me. And now that I'm older, I regret it so much because the few little photographs I do have of myself, there's so many years apart between each photograph. I go from, 3 months old to 6, but it is what it is. For those of you that know me, my friends back home, my family are like, are you kidding me? You're not only taking pictures, but you're on the web doing pictures? I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I guess I just got to a point in my life where this is it. This is me. Vogue. This is me. I'm not perfect. I'm not trying to be perfect. I have imperfections. We all do. It's life. I cry and cry and cry. It doesn't make things better. I've had so many of you reach out to me with the past video that I did about depression. And that's a big deal for me because I've been struggling it since I was about 13 years old. That's probably a whole nother ballpark to get into, but so many of you reached out to me after I spoke outside the box again and said, hey, it's a problem for me. I've dealt with it since I was 13 years old. I know the reasons mostly for the depression, for things that happened to me in my life, that we've all had things happen in our life. Some stuff stays in the closet. Some stuff you're okay with talking about. Some stuff you gotta move on, but it's freaking hard to move on sometimes. So none of us can walk a road and look at another person and have no clue what those people are going through because you have no idea. You can't just judge a book by its cover. You don't know what's going on in that person's mind, in their world, and yet alone all the people that are stuck in their homes who can't get out of the house. It's stress. So when people start judging other people for things, me having depression issues and putting me down for it would be no different than someone who has a handicap like my niece has MS. Well, that doesn't make her defective. My God, this woman struggles and she has 5 of her own children and works a job, and she's making things work. So where I'm going with all this and wanted to chat and say hi to all of you, I also wanted to give you an opportunity to ask me some questions if you have something to say or if you want to know something. I'm happy to answer pretty much just about anything. If it's something that I feel is too personal, I'll be honest and I'll let you know. Let me just glance down at my iPad because I can see it flashing off here. Let me see. Stacy, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And Kim from Missouri, good morning, my dear. Rhonda, good morning. Morgan, I know you are always there for me, sweetheart. You're such a sweet pea. You really are. Pajar, I hope I'm spelling or saying your name right. I do try to keep my chin up, but it gets hard sometimes. This here, this is the face. I've been up most of the night. You can tell my eyes are puffy because I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I don't sleep well because when you have things going on in your life and you're depressed to begin with, those things intensify. And unfortunately, when you lay down and you close your eyes, that's when the merry-go-round starts. Oh, I'm glad that you guys communicate with each other. I think that's so awesome that you all talk to each other because I do. I feel like I could get all of you sitting around a table or whatever, kicking back in a big chair in a room with a big sofa and just, sitting back. You don't need makeup. You don't need pretty clothes. just being you, you know, messy bun, sweatpants on, getting it done, you know, just being ourselves. Judy, Rhode Island. I love Rhode Island. It is so pretty there. I frequently visit Rhode Island. I'm going to have to find out a little bit more than where you're at in Rhode Island because it's absolutely gorgeous there. Oh my God. And the fresh fish. Oh, let me see. Meredith, I'm so glad that I caught you live. You make me laugh and I need that. Meredith, the biggest compliment that somebody could give me is to tell me that I make them smile or that I make them laugh. That to me is therapy more than any bottle of medication that I could take. It really, really is. Don't get me wrong. I have my moments where I'm literally in bed, under the sheets, lights are off, curtains are drawn, and I don't want to see or talk or be near anyone. It's part of that depression. And when I have so many of you that accept me for that and understand that, you know, I'm also struggling with health issues at this time. It's a whole combination combined of all sorts of things. And I utilize YouTube, my channel, as a outlet for my thoughts and my feelings, as well as you have all become a huge group of therapy for me. I don't like to get on the camera and air my dirty laundry, so to speak, but I also think that I wouldn't be true to myself or any of you if I don't practice what I preach, meaning it's real. I'm keeping it real. This is me. I'm real. That's Kalua. You know, I'm real. I'm a real person. I have feelings. My heart beats. I breathe air. And, you know, I'm doing the best I can in my situation, that we all have a situation that we're in. So I want to say, when I do disappear for a couple of days, it's usually medically reason why, or it's a depression reason why. And for those of you that have stood by me through this, and now we're going to have a grooming session live, I want to say thank you, because it's not easy to get in front of a camera like I am now, where everybody in the world can see me and put myself out here on display, especially in a society that we're in now. Okay, let me go back over here, because I don't want this to be, you know, all boo-hoo. I don't want it to be like that. This was something about, I want to have a laugh. If someone has a question, I want to be able to answer it for you. So let me try to catch up. Stacy, Kalua makes me laugh. Oh, she's a character. She's a pill. She was in the other room asleep. As soon as she hears me, she's got to come in and try to steal the show every single time. Amber, thank you very much, my dear. I do. I mean, I'm real. I did have somebody, I don't remember who it was. Somebody made a comment and had said that my eyelashes are not real. Okay, well, first of all, I could buy eyelashes anywhere, but I really don't have a need to. And I think the reason why I get told they're not real is because they're so long. And I'm just gonna, gosh, the thought of me putting my face up to a screen is extremely scary, but here's my eyelash, okay? These are mine. There they are. They're long because I just put mascara on them. My eyelashes are naturally long. They have been my whole life. And I remember when I was younger, some of my friends' sisters would be like, no, she's wearing mascara. I'm like, I'm not. These are just my eyelashes. I have mascara on now, but my eyelashes are mine. They are not imitation ones or the stick-on ones. I commend you, the people that can wear those, because mine will end up my nose. I really need to do a review, and I promised that a while back, and I will do one on fake eyelashes. So to clear that question up, these are my eyelashes. Okay. Rhonda, oh my gosh, that's what I totally love about you and your channel. I can laugh and be happy, and no one will come in before it. You're damn right. You know what? You're entitled to your thoughts, Rhonda, your opinions, and I found out a long time ago, probably not long enough ago, that you cannot please everybody. You please yourself. My mom always said, I love you and I miss you so much, that no one is going to take care of you. You have to learn to take care of yourself. And I remember that, and I have to learn to do what my mom said for me to do. Brad, what up, dude? How are you? Brad, it's so nice to see you, honey. Well, I can't see you, but you can see me, and I picture what you look like in my brain. I see your little icon, so that's something. I hope you're doing well. I hope it's not too cold where you are. Probably not. You've probably maybe, what, 50, 60 degrees, if that? I hope you're doing well, my dear, on this Sunday. And we also, Jenny, you have post-traumatic stress syndrome. Wow. Jenny, we're going to have to talk about some of this stuff that you just put on here. My dear, I can't even begin to imagine having a loss like that. That's tough. That's really tough. But PTSD is real. And I can relate totally. So we will talk more about that, Jenny. We definitely will. Stacy. Oh, that's why you can wear the imitations. That's why. Stacy says that her son has longer eyelashes than she does. That's cute. That's cute. Brad, you're in the hospital. You're in the hospital with pneumonia. Well, what the hell are you doing there? And let alone you're watching my channel live in the hospital. I'm sorry to hear that you're not feeling well. That really sucks. Pneumonia sucks. I sure hope you're feeling better soon. Rest, and rest, Brad. I'm going to put you in my thoughts and in my prayer list for you to get better, my dear. Oh, I hope you're feeling better soon. I really do, honey. Paula. Oh, Paula. Paula's letting Brad know that I hope she feels better soon, Brad. So nice, Paula. See, look at that. Everybody just kind of jumps right in. And this is what I love so much about all of you, that you talk with each other. That makes me so happy. It makes me so happy. Well, Stacy, why don't you write a book? What's stopping you, girl? We're here one time. One time. Hello. I want to say, is it Leanne Nip? See, this is where I don't like to mispronounce people's names. So please, if I screw it up, I'm not doing it on purpose. I'm really not. Stacy, you should. Don't do it, girlfriend, because if you don't, you're going to regret it. Write the book. Just sit down and hop onto it. Seriously. See, even Rhonda says she should do it. Lena, did I say your name right, girl? Leeannlp. Am I saying that wrong? You'll let me know. I know you'll let me know. Yes, Stacy, see, you got to do it. You got to write a book. Write a book, you know? I've thought about that sometimes, about writing a book and kind of like, I have so much. My life, I feel I could be totally on Oprah. And then the other half of me says, you know what? I could totally probably pull off Springer as well. My life is just crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I just think it's important when you have something you're really passionate about and you want to do it, you have to do it. You just have to do it. So many of us sit around, and not that we purposely procrastinate, but life just gets in the way. Kids, you know, it's the cycle. It's that cycle of, I don't know, maybe for me, because I'm at the age that I'm at right now, you know, I'm in my 50s. Ugh, that puts a big lump right here, because that's like hard for me to swallow. That's really hard for me. Life just flies by so damn fast. It's not even funny. It's really not even funny. When my mom and dad were alive, I can remember, you know, younger moaning and groaning, like if I had a day where my friends were busy or something and I didn't have anyone to really hang out with or whatever it was, I'd moan and groan about how slow the day was going. And my mom and dad used to say all the time, Beth, don't ever wish a day to go by fast. Because when you get older, they fly. And you know what? They do. They absolutely fly by. There's not enough time in my day to do a quarter of the things that I need to do. There just never is. There really isn't. You just, things happen, you know, you get caught up in life and, you know, we try to move on from there and we just do what we do. Alrighty. Oh, Rhonda. So Stacy, Rhonda. So you guys are in my age category too. I'm actually going to be, how old am I going to be? Yeah, I'm going to be 50. Oh my God. 54. I'm going to be 54 years old in June. That just blows my mind. My daughter will be 24. I will be 54. Yikes. That's like, I don't like it. I don't like it. I'm going to be honest. I don't like getting older. I hate it. I absolutely hate it. That probably sounds horrible, but I do. I don't like it. I don't know what it is. I'm just going through that time of my life where I'm not liking it. I'm not liking it at all. 57 in June. Rhonda, you're just a baby. You just turned 53, Mom. You're still a baby. Oh, thank you, Jenny. Brad, if you didn't see that, Jenny's wishing you a get better. I can't believe you're in the hospital. That so sucks, man. 46 in September. Oh, man, I'd like to go back to 46 again. 46 was good. Excuse me for the hair. It's still wet. I got out of the shower and it's still kind of just like blah. 40s was good, but yeah, now I'm like, I feel like I'm on top of that hill going the opposite way down. And I feel like it took a while that I climbed up the hill. Now I'm at 50 going down the hill. I don't like it. I just don't like it. I hate it. I'm a kid of the 80s. You know, I was born in the 60s. And for me, the 80s, just my opinion, was the best time of my life. And I think the world was in the best way in every way. It was just a perfect place. It was great. It was absolutely great. Paula, okay, so you're in your 50s too. 43, Amber. Stacy, 21 will be better. 21 and holding is what I say. Ain't that truth? That is such the truth. Lots of young people on here can help us feel younger. Ain't that the truth, right? Gonna be 70. Get out of town, Judy. 70 in April. Bless your sweetheart, girl. Yes, Rhonda, the 80s, weren't they awesome? I think that's probably why I still have my 80s hair. I just can't seem to let it go. No matter what I do or what style, it ends up being crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Oh my goodness. Karen, you're going to be 72 this year, and your grandson told me yesterday he wishes I could live forever. I used to say that. I remember sitting with my grandma in England. For those of you that don't know, my mom was from England, and I spent a lot of time in Europe. A lot of time in Europe. And I used to tell my grandma, I don't ever want you to go. You just stay forever. Stay forever. You know, you just have certain people that impact your life, whether it is a maternal parent or whatever it may be, or just simply someone that you met off the street one day and clicked. Because in my opinion, family is not just blood. I have more, well, thankfully, probably not much of my family watch these videos, so I don't have too much to worry about. But we all have people we don't click with, even brothers and sisters. It happens. Shit happens. It's what it is, okay? I don't care if you treat somebody like crap, and whether they're family or not, you're going to get treated like crap right back. It's just the way it is. And sometimes there's people that need to be in your life and you want them in your life, and then there's other times there's people that you're better off not in your life. You guys get what I'm saying. You know, you have to go with your heart and what's in your brain, and that's what you have to go with, and nobody can tell you differently. Okay, I'm off my soapbox. Miss Kalua has had an entire grooming session. Let me go back to my iPad here, and I do need a sip of my coffee, believe it or not. Because this was about you guys. I want to talk to you guys. This isn't just about me. Oh, that's good stuff. Okay, let's see what we got. Hi, Pat. Good morning. Plattsburgh, New York. I know where that is. I've heard of that before. My mom was born and raised. Judy, really? My mom is from England, was from England, and my mom was born and raised there. My mom met my dad. My dad was in the Army, and he was stationed over there, and my mom worked at a Tivoli, and for those of you that don't know what a Tivoli is, Jenny will know this, it's a movie theater. They used to call them Tivolis. And my dad went in, he was stationed and went in to go watch a movie, and I guess my mom was working, and that's pretty much how my mom and dad met. So to make a long story short, my mom ended up getting married to my dad. My dad ended up buying a home in Chicago, and my mom came over on the Queen Elizabeth with my sister, my oldest sister, her name is Lynn, and moved to America. And my mom was 16 going on 17. Think about that for a second. You're living in England at the age of 16 going on 17. You're now married and have a brand new baby. And you're now getting on a ship that's taking you across to the other side of the world to a place where she had no one but herself and that baby, because my dad was still in the Army, but my dad had purchased that home. I could tell you so many amazing stories. I have been truly blessed with the traveling that I was able to experience for most of my life, really. I was very fortunate. I've been to Europe many times. I've been to Paris. I've been to France. If I could live in England, which I could because I have a dual citizenship, I would go like that. I really would. I love it, love it, love it. And even Kalua says she loves it too. And there goes my iPad. See, this is live TV. So hold on a second. Let me get my iPad that I literally just dropped on the floor. Dropped it twice now on the floor. Oh my gosh. See, this is live. This is keeping it real. See what I said about keeping it real? So now my battery's almost dying, so I have to plug this back in. Okay, now let me get back on track here. Bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. Rhonda's laughing at me. Pat, yes, strong woman. I mean, I couldn't have done that at 16 going on 17. There is no way, no way. Rhonda, no, I would love to share those stories. They're amazing. I just found some stuff from my mom and dad that I was going through, and I came across a telegraph message, and what it took for my mom to get a message from her brother, and it's amazing. I'll have to pull it out because it shows you all the dates and the stamps and everything that my mom had to go through to get a message sent to a ship in sea. Not like you're picking up your cell phone these days. Whole different ballpark. It is so cool, and I saved a lot of that stuff from my parents because I guess, you know, it's important to me. It means a lot to me, and because out of the 5 kids in the family, I was really in Europe the most, believe it or not. The other kids, you know, went, but not like I went. It was completely different. Why can't I go? Well, I can't bring Kalua with me. It would be a really big hassle. I could do it, but she's got to go through a long quarantine process, and I worry about stressing her out. That's why. My cousin, I've been speaking to my cousin in England, and she says, come on, you know, you got a place to stay. And, you know, that's not an issue or anything like that, but I have so many health things going on right now here in the States. For me to even get I don't even think they'd let me travel on a plane right now. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest with you. So that's some of the reason why I'm not there or visiting, at least right now. Jamie, thank you so very much. Good morning to you as well. I can't believe, well, I guess it's really not so much morning. I mean, it's 12:34 here in the afternoon, but I'm on the East Coast, so I guess depending on where you are. Yes, Brad, right? The 80s. I'm not sure how old you are, Brad, but the 80s, I'm telling you, everything was awesome. The world was a great place. Everybody was employed. You know, unemployment was at an all-time low. Real estate was booming. We were all working. It was a nice place to be. Now the world's crazy. I'm sorry. It's just my opinion. The world is crazy, and I have to say, my opinion and my opinion only, it's crazy because of the World Wide Web. I firmly, really do believe that the internet put our society where it is today. And here I am talking to you on the internet, but this is just my opinion. Times were much simpler when, you know, we had to wait for a letter to come in the mail. What was wrong with that? Why does everybody need everything wham, bam, thank you, ma'am? Everybody wants everything instantaneously. Let's go to McDonald's. You don't get to talk to anybody. You want me to order a cheeseburger from a kiosk? Are you seriously? No, I walk right past them. Don't even go there. When I go to the grocery store and they have all these self-checkouts, if I'm going to the grocery store and now I'm expected to check my items out and bag all my items, right? What the hell are they getting paid for? I mean, seriously? Then the food should be cheaper. Everything should be cheaper. I mean, it's crazy. You call somebody on the phone, all you get is automated phone services, and you find yourself yelling in the phone, press 1 for blah, press 2 for blah. You know, I'm not going to spend 20 minutes talking to an automated dingbat, honest to God. Let me just catch up here. Steve Perry, handsome as hell. Woo! Yes, Paula, the internet has made us less patient because everything is, you want it? Bam, it's at your door in 2 days. I just read, I think it came up on my computer this morning, that in New York here, Montgomery, New York, which is not that far from me, maybe 45 minutes, they have just approved a new mammoth Amazon warehouse. So now they're going to be shipping Amazon items from a hub here in New York. Now, yes, it's going to bring like a ton of jobs. That's awesome. But it's places like Amazon that the reason why all the mom and pops are going, bye-bye, see ya. I don't know. You know, there's new generations coming in, just like our generations and the generations before us. They all roll around, and this is where our world is now. It's a crazy place. Ha ha! Bet I had a Cabbage Cat. You sure? Do you want to know how many Cabbage Patch Kids I had? When the Cabbage Patch craze, Jesus, they were being hid in stores all over the place. They weren't just in the toy aisle. You had to find them because they would hide them so nobody could just get... Oy vey, that was like, I can remember me and my sister running around like dingbats with the Cabbage Patch Kids. And it's funny because now they're back around again like they're no big deal. What? Who cares, right? You know, crazy. But it's just another one of those fads that come and go, just like bell-bottom jeans, you know, disco, stuff like that. All right, let's see. Click that like button, folks. Oh, Pat, you're a sweet part. I want my MTV. Oh, my God. You know what's funny? My sister, Lynn, when I'm talking about my sister, I'm talking about my sister, Lynn. I rarely talk about the other sister. My sister, Lynn, she lived in Bolingbrook. She still has a house in Bolingbrook, Illinois. And I was, you know, farther away from her. And she got cable before I got cable. Let me tell you, every weekend on Friday, bam, I was at her house. Me, her kids, my cousins, and their friends. We had a room all designated to ourselves, which was a garage that was done and made into like a family area. And we used to sit in front of that TV. Of course, you know, we did our usual things that 17, 18, 19-year-olds do. And we would watch MTV. And we would sit there for hours waiting for a specific video to come on. It was like hysterical. And I can remember doing this when we would see the cable company trucks go by. We would yell, "We want our MTV!" And that's real. We really did that. And then when we finally got it, I felt bad because nobody ever made the 45-minute ride to my sister's anymore because now everyone was piling closer. Good times, good times. And now look what you have on TV. Back in my day, you couldn't even say poop or shit on TV. Now they're saying stuff on regular TV that I'm like, that's regular TV? Whoa, you know, crazy. Why are you always lying about your age? You're only 50. Are you lying about it because you feel like you're older or younger? Or you are what you are. Your age is just a number, right? It's what you feel up here that matters. And here is what matters. Age is just a number. Boots with fur. Yes, I remember that too. Took 4 hours. I waited. Stacy, you wait. Oh, man, I was very fortunate. I got to go to a lot of concerts when I was younger for a couple reasons. Number one, I was dating at the time the sergeant in our local police department's son. And so there was a lot of perks that came with that. And his dad, when we would have big concerts in Chicago, he was always part of the concert scene. And because he was, we were very fortunate to get a lot of backdoor passes. And I got to see a lot of bands that I saw more than once, more than twice. Good times. Good times. Good times. Ones I can remember. Oh my gosh. Yes, I miss the real MTV too. It's not the same anymore. Do you remember the MTV pop-up videos? And you get that little bubble, bloop, pop-up videos. Those were always cool. Brad, you're just a baby. 51, you're just a baby. You're younger than me. You're a baby. Anyone younger than me is a baby. I don't even have cable in my house, just the internet, but kids need the school these days. Yeah, you know what, Teresa? You're right. I cannot believe what kids are expected to have and use in school now. It's insane. You see some of these school lists of calculators and it's like, are you kidding me? And when did we stop teaching cursive writing in school? It's mind-blowing. Even schools. Everything is different. Bring back the 80s. That's what I say. Bring back the 80s. 80s were just awesome. Awesome. Hand sanitizer. What about hand sanitizer? What? Wait. Let me go back. What did I miss? Jenny, the 70s were good too. The 70s were really, really good. I was still fairly young because I was born in 66, but I remember a lot of the 70s, and the 70s were good too. It was just such a different place and a different world, and I don't even know. It didn't matter where you live. No matter where you live, there's good places and bad places. Places where you feel comfortable in and places you don't feel comfortable in. You know, you stay in your own lane, you roll your own way, you're good. But sometimes people clash and they just don't click with each other, and I don't know, people used to talk to each other. Nobody talks to anybody anymore. Everything is, you go in a restaurant, there's a mom and dad, and there's a couple children, and you can tell they're a family unit, and every single one of them are on their cell phone. And I'm going, this is dinner? Just my thought, just my opinion. Everybody kind of does what they have to do. I get that. You know, people work, they get busy, things happen. I understand that. But just, you know, talk to each other. Talk to each other. All right, let's see what else we got going on here. Bear with me just 1 minute. Really, Stacy? It goes by fast because you probably got customers just kind of like flying in and out all the time. I'm sorry, I'm just catching up. $47, that's a baby. Teresa, no tech at the table. I totally agree with you there. No tech at the table. Yes, absolutely no tech at the table. I'm just catching up. '79 was a great year to be born, so you had the '80s. I like some of today's music. I mean, today's, you know, there's good music today. I do like it. I go from, you know, like, I'm Led Zeppelin. I'm a Leadhead. I'm guilty. I'm totally guilty. I'm guilty of being a Led Zeppelin Leadhead. Other than that, I pretty much listen to a lot of things. I like my rock and roll. I like, I'm into some heavy metal. It just depends. I'm in the mood for all different kinds of things. Probably the only thing that I would struggle with would be like symphony music and stuff like that. I've got usually some kind of head banging going on when I'm driving in the car. Okay, let me see what else we got here. Fast Times at Ridgemont's High. Oh my God, one of my favorite movies. I mean, how can it not be? Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Oh, that's like Breakfast Club. All those movies. Love them. Love them, love them, love them. Aaron, my hubby works for the Liquor Control Board. He said he'd pay people not to talk to him after work. Ain't that the truth? When you have to talk like all day to people, oh my God. Yeah, I can totally get that. But he works for the liquor control, so, you know, hopefully he gets some of those little mini bottles. Just joking. Actually, no, the little bottles are nice. I like them. I love so much. I really love that you guys all talk to each other. I'm just reading how you converse back and forth with each other. That is so awesome. So, so awesome. All right, so I kind of sat up here on my soapbox and, you know, gave you a little bit about me. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to sit here for a moment, take a breath, and I'm going to say, does anyone have a question? Is there something you would like to know while I'm sitting here and you have the opportunity to ask me? I'm sitting right here. What would you like to know? Say anything. My favorite movie ever. Ooh. That is so hard, but you know what? The very first movie that comes into my mind is Heart Like a Wheel. And if you don't know what that movie is basically it is a movie about a woman called Shirley Muldowney. And she was one of the first. She was not the first woman drag racer like a lot of people think. She was not. But it is a movie that is made about her and her husband, who was her husband in real life. They are basically shows you what a woman had to go through back in the day to get her right to race on a drag strip. And until this all came around, I don't think people really had a chance to open their eyes and see what it was all about. Because even to this day, when you want to be registered for NHRA or IHRA and you go to qualify for your license because you have to make test passes, you have to have 3 other drivers that have been around for a long time and have been established also to sign off on your license. And without it, you're not going to get one. Well, back in the day, Shirley Muldowney, nobody wanted to sign. Nobody wanted a chick on the guy's turf. Totally different ballpark now. So I would have to say Heart Like a Wheel. Awesome movie. Gotta check it out. It's a great, great movie. Dirty Dancing. That's a good movie too. Yes, yes. Patrick Swayze. He went way too soon, didn't he? I mean, like, way too soon. So many actors. Wait, I mean, who did we just lose? Kirk Douglas. What was it? 103? I mean, come on. 103? I can't even imagine what his body and bones were feeling, because I know I feel aches and pains already, and I'm, not near 103. I'm close enough, but scary movies, yes. Breakfast Club. Another good one. Breakfast Club. What was the other one? Pretty in Pink. That was a good one. Pretty in Pink was all those movies. And it's funny because if any of you watch Two and a Half Men and you see Alan looks the same as Duckface as he did. He didn't change one bit. Oh, St. Elmo's Fire, another great movie. Yep. And you know what really about the movies then? There really was no swearing. There was like no sex. It was clean, good fun. I mean, I think it was clean, good fun. You didn't need all this crap you need now, and you wonder why our kids are running around like maniacs. Because look at the stuff that's on TV that they get to watch. Let alone when you've got 2-year-olds and 3-year-olds running around with cell phones. To each his own. Again, my opinions, I'm not here to judge anybody. These are my opinions and my opinions only. But, I mean, really? I don't know. I just think that everything starts at home. And you, as a parent, become a role model instantaneously. And if your role models are not doing the right things, then you can't expect the kids to do the right things either. So I'm a firm believer that it comes from home. And, you want to have a wild child, you're going to have a wild child. I'm not here to practice or preach. I'm just saying. I think that's a lot because of the internet is why our society has gone whoop. Hey, Shelly, how are you? Teresa, how old is your fur baby, a.k.a. my sidekick? Miss Kalua Lou. There she is. Dun, da, da. Big stretch, like, she's been working so hard. Miss Kalua Lou is, how old is she? Oh, my goodness. She's 3 years old. She's going to be 4. She's going on 4. She's getting to be such a big girl already. I was just talking this morning to her, as I always do, because we have like a real bond here. I mean, more than normal. And I told her, I said, maybe she needs a brother or a sister. And she kind of looked at me and I said, okay, let's try it again. Maybe a brother. And she kind of looked at me and I went, thinking about maybe checking in with the breeder that I got her from. Not saying that I'm getting a puppy. I'm just, thought process is there. I don't want to hurt Miss Kalua's feelings. I don't want her to get upset. So she's my first priority. I don't know. She knows a couple of her brothers and sisters from her litter. But I don't know. The last thing that I would want to do is bring a puppy into the house and then have her get upset. So maybe I'll get a bird. I don't know. We'll see. Okay. Urban Cowboy was another good one. Yes. A very good movie. Very, very good movie. Who else we got here? Jennifer, let's see. Do you have a room dedicated to all things unicorns? I think there's unicorns in almost every room in the house in some way, shape, or form. But I do not have one single room dedicated to that. I'm actually, this particular house, the upstairs is like a big loft. It's like a attic or a loft, but it's being done to be made into another big room. And I'll have to take you guys up there because that is like total chaos. That's where all my purple bins of all my holiday decorations are. And right now, that upstairs is totally ripped apart. It looks like just a tornado went through it. It's total chaos. I'm putting it off to the side because I didn't want to, take away from doing any videos this weekend, but I really need to get my butt up there and organize. And hopefully it's going to be a new filming room for me. We'll see how it goes. This room has become more of like a Kalua room lately than anything. So hopefully with a little bit work, We'll see what happens. And yeah, you might see me up there. If you want to see the chaos, I'll be happy to take you up there and show you the chaos. But it's really just lots of work to do. All right, so let me take a look here. What other questions do we have? Good morning, Lori. How are you? Lisa and Wills Halls. Hi, happy Sunday. Thank you much for stopping by. That's so sweet of you. Beth, do you live with roomies? Roomies meaning other peeps, I assume you're referring to? Or other animals? Because the only animal in the house besides me is Kahlua. Oh. What else? Come on, you guys got questions for me. What's your questions? Come on, you guys gotta know. Rhonda, you're right. You know what? Kalua's my best friend. I have no idea what I would do without her. She is with me all the time. And when I'm in the hospital, it kills me. It breaks my heart. I can't stand being away from her. I don't know who needs who more. We both need each other. My favorite hobbies. I have so many. I would have to say my very favorite hobby that I have would probably have to be the cars. I have been a gearhead since I was this big. My two brothers were into racing. When I refer to racing, I'm talking about drag strip, quarter-mile drag strip racing. I'm not a fan of NASCAR. I'm not knocking it. I just don't like it. I get dizzy driving around in circles. I rather just hit it and right down the track. For that 10 seconds or less, I am free. I am totally free. That is my most favorite hobby, is the cars. And I promise that I'm going to share that with all of you. Right now, the Camaro is tucked away and sleeping for the winter because that is a car that does not come out only in the summertime. That's the only time that car comes out. And I have other vehicles up in the shop that I can share with you. And I have all kinds of things like that. So that would have to be my favorite hobby besides all of you, because I look at YouTube as not so much a hobby anymore, but I feel a commitment to all of you, as weird as that might sound. But I do. I feel it's not an obligation. That's different. I feel a commitment to all of you as part of my family, because believe it or not, when I'm in the shops and I'm doing stuff and I'm picking stuff up, I'm going, oh, you know who's going to really like this? Or, oh, I know who's really going to like that. And that gives me pleasure and fun picking those things out for all of you. So that's probably my favorite hobbies. I love arts and crafts. I'm always whipping up something, trying to make something, trying to do something. Other than that, I love the water. I love to go to the beach. You know, just I'm pretty simple, really. I really am. You could take me out and get me a Happy Meal and that would make my day. I'm pretty simple like that. Paula, do I work in education? No, I do not work in education. Although, because I have had my whole life so many nieces and nephews that I always felt a need to encourage them to learn. And I've always spent a lot of time with my nieces and nephews until I moved to New York, where I have nobody now. But back home, I spent a lot of time, and that's why I spend a lot of time in the educational aisle. I guess it's still with me, and I look at that stuff as like, this is how we learn. It's not all about what's on these things. You know, we learn about stuff because we read it, we absorb it, and so yeah, that's where that comes from. And there's lots of cool stuff down those aisles to hang on your wall. Yes, Rhonda, you absolutely are right. My channel does help me relax. It absolutely does. I have days where I could sit in front of all of you and just cry and cry and cry because I need someone to talk to. But I don't want to do that. So I do everything that I can to try to stay as positive as I can and my channel definitely helps me to do that. I look forward to sitting here. Again, I'm just talking to a screen, but in my mind, I see all of you out there. And for those of you that I've talked to on the phone or had emails or whatever conversations, I picture you and you're there. You're there for me in my brain. You're all out there. Erin, yes, my Virginia Beach, yes. Basically, I got that. Whew, I have a nephew that lives in Virginia, and I went and paid him a visit, and then from there, I went to the coast, cruising the coast. Where was that? Connecticut? Where? No, where was I? I go all over the place when it comes to my car stuff. I'm all over the place. But yes, that's one of my favorite sweaties. My hoodie there is my Virginia Beach one. So love Virginia Beach. It's beautiful. Last time I was there 2 years ago, my hotel room faced the water. I was right by the naval base. And I could see the dolphins swimming every morning. I was tickled to death. That's all I wanted to do. I didn't even want to go around. Didn't even want to go out of the hotel room because my room, well, my balcony was so high that I had a perfect shot of the dolphins swimming. It was amazing. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Rhonda, yes. I mean, we all do. We all need somebody to talk to. Talking for some people is not easy. It's easy when you're behind a screen and nobody can see you. Sometimes that tends to let people be able to talk more and easier. And that's okay. I've had a few of my family subscribers here ask me, like, do you ever just like let people just go off? And I said, go off is like just someone to be an ear to listen to. I said, absolutely. As weird as it may sound, sometimes knowing that other people have similar or same issues makes it easier for that person to be able to relate to the other person. Again, like you can't tell a dude how to have a baby. Not gonna get it no more than a guy can tell me he got kicked in the nuts. I don't know how that feels, but I know what it feels like to have a baby. I know that wasn't a great comparison there, but I just kind of shooting off the hip there. Stacy, that's awesome. You absolutely should start a channel. Why not? Just do it. That's what I did a few years ago. I said, you know what? I was watching Dollar Tree hauls. I was going through a lot of stuff and I said, I can do this. I can do this. I sat down, and when I go back to the very first like 100 of them, I go, what was I thinking? I was such a dingbat. But you know what? I'm keeping it simple. I don't have fancy props. I don't, you know, go through a makeup session. Sometimes you see me with it. Sometimes you see me without it. You know, you've seen me when I'm sick. You've seen me at my worst, pretty much. I'm me. This is it. This is what you get. It's, you know, I'm not all that in a bag of chips. Sorry. You know, and no, I really shouldn't be sorry because I'm me. That's what makes me unique and what makes all of you unique. So again, I have to go back to the same old story. It doesn't matter what you look like, what you feel like. You have to hear and hear. If you're okay with that, nothing else matters. Everyone else's opinions are just that, their opinions. Don't take them to heart. Fluff them off. Well, we got Rhonda and Teresa. We got them all going on here in a conversation. That's awesome. I so enjoy the fact that you guys talk with each other. I think that's fantastic. That's awesome. You guys are so great. I'm so happy to see you guys talk to each other. I think that is just so incredible. That really makes me smile. It really, really does. I love it. Absolutely love it. All right, you guys. I've got some mail to share with all of you. I have a review to do. This is going to be I'm not going to do it right now. I'm just giving you a little heads up. I'm going to be doing a review on these disposable wooden cutlery sets that I just received. These look pretty cool, so I'm going to be sharing that with you today. I'm going to be doing some friend mail with all of you today. Also, what else was I going to share with all of you? I think that was really about it. So we've got some friend mail coming. We've got a review on these new cutlery sets I received. And I didn't show my chocolate covered strawberry video. If you're still interested, I have another batch I'm getting ready to dip because the first batch is, well, it disappeared because, you know, things happen like that. How do you not have chocolate covered strawberries in the house and they just sit there for like ever? So I am getting ready to redip another batch, just simple in chocolate. I'll probably put some sprinkles on them. If you'd like to see a video of that, I will do it right after this video. It won't be live, obviously, because I can't dip live and watch all at the same time. So if you want to see the chocolate-covered strawberries, let me know down below. And if you want to see me live more often, maybe we can pick a topic and stay on one topic and we can all chime in. Or maybe we can, I don't know. There's all sorts of things that we could do. So until next time, everyone, I thoroughly enjoyed. I cannot believe that I've sat here for an entire hour. An hour. Okay, Rhonda, I hear you, girl. And Jennifer, gotcha. I will definitely then. I am going to go dip some chocolate strawberries right now. I'll do a video and then put it up for you guys to see. In the meantime, thank you so much. I cannot believe that over 50 of you stopped by to say hi. I am thrilled to death. Thank you so very, very much. Oh, thank you so much. You guys are just the best. Thank you so much to all of you. And I'm going to go make some chocolate-covered strawberries. We'll see you next time. Thank you so much, everyone, for stopping by. Bye-bye for now, and take care.